Everything is not about the UK or Canada. You can study in Finland with no tuition. Finland is a Nordic country in Northern Europe. When it comes to quality of life, they have it. Excellent education systems and jobs. And these people love foreigners, and it's also easy to get their visa. There's a popular vocational school in Finland that trains and welcomes international students every year. The best part is what is written on the school website. There is no tuition fee for the studies. The school will provide the new students with appropriate working clothes and accessories. Due to the lack of tuition fees, we also do not have separate scholarships available. So you don't have to think of applying for a scholarship. No, the school does not collect tuition from their students. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you the list of programs that you can find or you can learn in this school. The study opportunities in English are more limited compared to other languages. Currently, we offer only the vocational qualification in restaurant and catering service, where you can study to become a cook or a waiter, waitress, and the vocational qualification in mechanical engineering and production technology, where you can study to become a machinist, mechanical fitter, or Plater-Welder in English. So this is a vocational school, and this is what you can learn right now. Okay, you can learn you can learn to become a cook, whether you have the experience or not. As long as you have the zeal and you want to learn, you can go ahead and apply. Okay, so you can also learn to be a waiter and waitress, and the best part is after training you, they are also going to connect you with a job in Finland. There are several jobs in Finland, so you won't just learn and go back to your country. No, you learn and work. Okay, and if you also feel the need to go along with your family, yes, you can go along with your family. I'm going to show you that in a bit. Okay, so let's go through the requirements and everything you need to know about applying to this school. Okay, everything you need to know. This is a step-by-step guide. The only thing you have to do is make sure you watch this video till the end so you won't miss out on any information. If you are just seeing my channel for the first time, thank you. Right, this is a page where travel opportunities is being posted daily. Hit the subscribe button so that whenever I share a video like this, YouTube is going to notify you. If you want to relocate this year, this is a channel you want to be glued on, because several opportunities are in different part of the world, and my job is to bring them to you. Okay, so let's scroll down and let's reread something. Look at this. We offer instruction for international students in the English language. Available training programs for international students include cook, waiter, starting January 2026. Then for the Machinist program, this one is going to start August 2026, which is next year. Then for Plater-Welder is going to start August 2027. Now, the one we are more interested in is this cook and waiter, right? Whether you are a cook, you have the experience or not, whether you are a waiter, you have the experience or not, the application for the program starting January will be opening April 8th. Will be opening April 8th. That's what I'm showing you guys now. And the application will be opening for just 5 days. After that 5 days, the school is going to close the application portal. Okay, so you need to apply you need to apply April 8th if you want to start your study program January 2026, early next year. I can see it here again. We do not charge tuition fees for vocational qualification. However, please note that living and housing costs in Finland are quite high. Make sure you have sufficient financial resources for your studies. Okay, now they are only going to cover the tuition fee. But when it comes to your flight ticket, your visa processing, your housing, and other stuffs, you have to take care of them yourself. So that means you also need to have money to fund yourself, to take care of yourself while in Finland. Okay, so let's find out more about the requirements and everything you need to know regarding putting up your application. Look at this. We accept applicants of all nationalities into our English language education qualification programs. So all applicants of all nationalities. So I don't want to see someone coming in the comment section and saying Nigerians are not eligible to apply, Africans are not eligible to. You can see it here. Applicants of all nationality, regardless of where you be applying from. Okay. Now the main thing is you have to meet up their requirement, which is number one. You have to be at least 18 years of age when studies start. There is no upper age limit. So if you are 30, 40, 50, as long as you are above 18, you can apply. No upper age limit. Then you have at least qualification equivalent to Finnish basic education of 9 years. Now, this Finnish basic education of 9 years could be your WAEC certificate, your SSCE results. You can use your WAEC, you could use your SSCE. If you have an HND, fine. If you have a bachelor's degree, fine. So basically, this particular one, as long as you do your primary and secondary school, you are good to go. You are good to go when it comes to this one. Then you will need scan or photocopy of your original certificate when you apply. So your WAEC certificate, you upload it. Your SSC certificate, you upload it. Your HND, your bachelor's, you are going to upload it during your application. Okay, whichever one you want to use is fine. Then the certificate must be in English, Finnish or Swedish. Okay, basically most people who are coming from Africa, I know your certificate will be in English. Then you have successfully completed the English language proficiency test, Duolingo English test, with at least the minimum score required by the school. I'm going to talk about this particular one because it's very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to leave this now. I'm going to mention it later. Then you have a valid passport or personal ID card which is attached to the application. So during the application form, when you fill in the application form, you need to upload an ID. If you have a valid passport, fine. But if you don't have a passport currently and you have an identity card, you can also upload it. Okay. Now let's go through and read further. So if you want to find out the requirement for resident permit, let's say you've been selected to join this program and you want to find out everything you need to know, you can go through it. Okay, direct links to this school, I've dropped it in the YouTube description, so don't be worried. You are going to find the link in the YouTube description and the application link, everything you need to know. Okay, so once again, this is the application period. Okay, so on the 8th, starting 10 a.m. Finland time, right, the application for cook, waiter, waitress will be open. 8th of April, 10 a.m. Finland time. Okay, 10 a.m. Finland time. Okay, then I hope that's cleared. Okay, so others, I'm just going to leave this now because this one is opening very soon. So we are focusing on cook, waiter, and waitress program. So let's go into the English proficiency test. All applicants must have a valid Duolingo English test. The test is valid for 2 years. The test score is submitted to the application, right? Duolingo is an English test. We have several English tests. We have IELTS, TOEFL, but for Finland, they accept Duolingo. They accept Duolingo, and you must have a minimum score of 85 points. You must have a minimum score of 85 points. Now, Vamia does not provide free vouchers for taking the Duolingo English test. Now, if you don't have Duolingo and you want to take the English test, look at, there's already a link here. If you just open this in a new tab, okay, this is for people who doesn't have a Duolingo test. Okay, if you take the Duolingo test, I think it comes out in 2 days. It comes out in 2 days, then you can use it to apply. Okay, and you need to have a minimum of 85 points. Like, that is a requirement for this school, so you need to put your best in applying. You can see the test is online, no appointments needed. Get results in 2 days. Okay, so you can actually practice. You log in, you create an account, then you apply for the test. It's that simple. Okay, that is for those who doesn't have a Duolingo. But if you already have a Duolingo English test and you have 85 points, then you can go ahead and put in your application April 8th. April 8th. Even if you don't have it, it's good to have a Duolingo test because this particular school, every year they keep on bringing international students. Right now is the cook and waiter waitress program that is opening. Very soon another program is going to open and they also need a Duolingo. So it's something you will always need. Don't say because of it is just this school. No, several schools abroad also requires Duolingo. So you could see several opportunities, and because you don't have an English test, it could actually deny you from having this. You see, English language test is part of our scoring system, and therefore it cannot be waived. So some other school will say if an English speaking person, or you're coming from an English speaking country, is waived. No, this school, whether you're coming from America, you're coming from England, or is your father that owns English, you must provide this English test. Okay. We do not accept any other language test, diploma, or qualification as proof of language skill. Okay, so let's scroll down and find out the application procedure. The application to the programs in English is done through the Study Info File website. The application form will be activated when the application period begins. A direct link to the application form will be found at the end of this page when the application starts. I'm going to show you where you find the application form. Okay, note, it is not possible to complete the application outside the application period. You can only apply to one of the programs in English. There is no application fee. Okay, you apply for free, there's no application fee. Fill out the application form accurately. Upload all documents while the application period is on. It is recommended to use PDF files if the documents are scanned. Work or employment certificate is not mandatory. You do not need a motivation letter for the application. I think the application procedure is self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go through it. Okay, you'll be notified by an email from no reply at Opintopul when the application has been received. So after application, you're going to get a confirmation email. Then the applicant who receive the highest scores based on the application, in addition to scoring, we also consider the diversity of the applicant group in the selection process. We'll be invited to Teams interviews. Approximately 40 to 50 applicants will be invited for an interview. Now, the final student selection will be made based on the interviews, and we will select the most suitable candidates for the field. We select 20 to 25 students per each vocational program. Okay, so if you're applying for the cook program, they select 20 to 25 students. But if you're going for the waitress program, they also select 20 to 25 students. Okay, now the admission results will be announced approximately 2 to 3 months after the application period is closed. All applicants will be informed whether they are selected or not. An admission letter will be sent to the selected new student. The admission letter includes information about the health documents and how to apply for the resident permit. Note: start applying for resident permit as soon as you receive confirmation of your study place. In some countries, applying can take months. How to get a student resident permit in Finland? You can watch this video. Then you also need to visit a doctor in your home country to get the health documents that we require. Before coming to Finland, send the results of laboratory tests, x-ray of lungs, thorax. Please note that you should not send the x-ray photographs and doctor statements to school nurse. Okay, now these are the application procedure. Now let's go to the beginning of studies. Approximately 2 months before the studies begin, the new students will receive an email about the start of the studies. Arrive to Finland well in time before the studies begin. The first week will include orientation studies and practical information about the school. The school will provide the new students with appropriate uniform for kitchen and restaurant work and mechanical work. For students in restaurant and catering service, the following test is obligatory, will be taken in Vasa, Salmonella. Okay, so basically, the link to the application form, this is the link to the application form. And you can see the application form will be active. The application will be active 8th of April to 11th of April. So if you just click on the apply button, like I also said, I'll drop the link in the YouTube description so you can have access to it directly. Now, this is Study Info. This is a platform where anything that has to do with study in Finland, you have to go through this particular platform. Okay, so now if you just go through, you could see the information again. You can see it here. The program is going to last for 3 years. This is the language of instruction, English, and it's also stated free of charge. Okay, so when you scroll down, you can go through the programs if you like. Okay, now you can see the application begins, it is already here. Okay, now if you click fill in application form, that is when you start to apply. But right now you can see it is inactive. It is inactive because it is not yet April 8th. Once it is April 8th, 10 a.m. Finland time, this particular link will be active. Then you can go ahead and put in your application, and the deadline is April 11th. So the program is going to start January 7th, and it will end December 2020, December 22 of 2028. Now, after your studies, obviously you can work in Finland.